us because we're going to also overview the top 7 foods and or supplements to consider. Okay, so don't go away. Coming up next actually are also how many ways can you cook with ginger? So stay with us. How many ways can you cook? Are you pregnant, or do you know anyone who is pregnant? If your answer is yes, it's great that you're here with us today on Revive Life. I'm naturopathic Dr. Joelle, bringing you more tips for welcoming a healthy baby or 2. Into the break, I left you with another pregnancy fact or myth question. Pregnant women shouldn't eat fish? This one is also false. Although mercury and food poisoning are significant concerns, pregnant women just need to be selective. Women can choose fresh fish with low mercury levels. A good option is smaller whitefish, which have lower mercury levels because they've been living in the ocean for a shorter period of time, and also the bigger fish eat the smaller fish. Also, try smelling the fish because a woman's sense of smell is heightened during pregnancy for a reason. The pregnant woman's body is helping her determine what is healthy for her. On a positive note, fish oil contains helpful omega-3 fatty acids which actually enhance the development of the baby's brain, improve the baby's IQ, make the baby a better sleeper, we all want that, especially after birth. It also helps prevent premature contractions, premature labor, and prevent high blood pressure during pregnancy. It also acts as an anti-inflammatory that can help prevent infection. If a pregnant woman is uncomfortable with eating fish, she can also visit her local health food store for fish oil supplements. Our next guest is going to help us to work with our superfood ginger this week. Ginger has warming properties in Chinese medicine, and historically it's had a long tradition of being very effective in alleviating symptoms of gastrointestinal or tummy troubles. And in herbal medicine, it's regarded as an excellent carminative, which is a substance which helps to promote the elimination of gas, and an intestinal spasmolytic, which helps to relax and soothe the intestinal tract. Modern scientific research has revealed that ginger possesses numerous therapeutic properties, including antioxidant effects, an ability to inhibit the formation of inflammatory compounds, and direct anti-inflammatory effects. This is a feature herb with a great option for pregnancy as it helps morning sickness or any type of nausea. Who's our cooking guest today? We've got our nutritionist, Andre Desireau from the Natural Food Pantry. Welcome.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, we coordinate today.
That's right.
I think, again, it's the weather. We looked outside and we said, It's a pregnancy show. We got to wear something bright.
All the black and brown is on. Let's go with some colors.
Exactly. So we've got some great recipes today, and you were sharing with me that you're a dad and you've got kids who want to be in the kitchen.
I am.
And
yes,
then so if you already have kids and then you're expecting, there's some feature aspects that we want to make sure the food not only tastes great, but the rest of the family can have it as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Everything's just like anybody. I'm like anybody else. I want my food to taste good.
Yeah.
And so we do our best. And as you can see here, we have our smoothie.
Yes.
That the kids enjoy. We have a main meal, vegetarian meal. We have our, we're gonna make today a banana ice cream.
Ice cream,
yes. That's interesting. And I also have a tea. And all of them include ginger.
Okay.
So for any of those ladies out there who are pregnant and the significant other, if you have time, because if she's sick, she doesn't want to do any of this, you're gonna have to help out. We're going to have the ginger in there. We're going to make you feel better.
Exactly. And grandparents too, because also it might be that dad's working, and so really these recipes are great for anybody.
Exactly.
Let's start with our smoothie. What are we going to do here?
Well, we're going to put everything in the smoothie at the same time. There's not, it's
We've already put some bananas in.
That's right. So we have some frozen bananas and have that chopped up before. Make sure they're really ripe.
Okay.
And we'll pop that in there. We'll put in a few ice cubes as well.
And so all those kind of overripe bananas that you see at the grocery store, don't be afraid to buy those because those work great in the freezer. And then we add our ice.
Let's add the ice.
Yep, okay. I'm amazed at how you kept this ice while you traveled here today.
I have a cooler. I used to be a Boy Scout.
Okay.
Oh yes. So we have some pears.
Yes, okay.
We'll put everything in there.
And this is great because they're actually pretty whole, so that doesn't take a lot of time to cut up. So that's fabulous. Okay, and that adds a lot of natural sweetness.
That's right. And we also have some kefir. We have about 1 cup of kefir.
Okay. So for people who don't know what kefir is, what is it?
It's fermented milk.
Okay.
So if you want the probiotics in there as well, that's a fantastic source.
Yeah, and it's easier to digest than regular milk.
Yes, it is. And so we also have our Natural Food Pantry protein, or whey protein, so get the protein aspect in there.
So just to double check, can women have whey protein while they're pregnant?
Definitely check.
Okay, so again, yeah, just double check with your healthcare provider, and for the most part, yes. Okay. And then we've got?
We have some oatmeal. I have the rolled oats on that.
This is like a whole...
It's a meal.
Meal.
Yes. Got fiber. You have your vitamins and minerals in there.
Okay.
And we also have some ground chia. And we have some cinnamon for a little bit of flavor.
Yep.
Some wheat germ. And of course, ginger.
We've got our ginger.
We have to get ginger in there.
That's great.
Okay.
Okay, we got.
Are we ready to make some noise?
Yes. Do I need to do anything here? Just
Not
turn
really.
it on?
I just kind of keep it over just in case if anything goes. And
Turn it up. So the thing I like about this is this one actually has a little spout.
It does. I mean,
but we should probably just pour,
I think today we'll pour it out.
Okay, how does this work? This clips like this, and then we just pour. Okay, wonderful. This looks amazing. Oh, you know what? It's not. It's not done.
It's not done. No problem. We can put it on high. It's okay.
Okay. So why don't we move on to the next recipe while I work on finishing this off?
Absolutely.
Okay. What else can we do with ginger?
Well, we have our main meal here, and that's starting off with onions, garlic, and ginger, of course.
Okay.
And then you're putting the chickpeas in. So we're getting lots of fiber, a lot of nutrition there.
A lot of calcium there too, and protein.
There is, because I mean, we've put in kale, we put in a good handful of snow peas, and we've also put in about a half a head of cauliflower and 2 cups of broccoli.
Beautiful. So
we put all that, and there's a cup of quinoa. So you can't go wrong. And then we make the dressing.
Okay,
so,
what do we put in the dressing?
Well, of course, we have our ginger.
Okay.
And just put a little bit in there. Okay. We also have in the dressing, it's about, I used 1 lemon worth of lemon juice. And then we put in the olive oil. And we have some garlic. Now, usually you can put it into a blender if you really want it fine. I kind of like my salad dressing a little bit chunky, so that's fine. We also have some lemon zest in there. And one thing too, if a lot of people, when they're using ginger, if you can see this here, there's the skin. You don't use the skin, okay? Well,
some people get lazy though when they do use
I guess so. It could be some fiber. It could be maybe if you like that woody flavor, I suppose. But you know, if a lot of chefs will just take a blade and scrape it, like so. I won't just do it here, but they'll scrape it because it's a very thin skin. Or if you're like me, I'll just scrape it like with the potato peeler, and that's fine. That'll do the same job.
Okay.
And so it's just a matter of...
So while you're whipping, I'm going to blend.
Go right ahead.
You're on high this time. I'll stop so you can talk.
Sure. One last thing is some tahini dressing, tahini sauce actually. So I'll just put that in real quick. Add a little thickness, another little flavor. If you like shawarmas, you'll be familiar with this.
And tahini is great because it's very rich in calcium. And something interesting about calcium is a lot of people think that you need to have dairy only. But in actual fact, research shows that we only pull about 30 to 35% of our calcium from dairy. Whereas when we look at our plant-based dark green leafy vegetables, like we've got our kale, we can actually pull up to 52 to 58% of our calcium. So it's a very effective source of calcium.
No, there's a lot of sources of calcium, which is great. So we're not limited to that.
So that looks creamy. That's beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Without having dairy in it, which is great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then just pour a little bit. Since I don't have a spoon, not a big deal. I'll just pour a little bit here.
Okay, so just going to drizzle a touch.
Just a little drizzle.
Okay.
Like that.
Beautiful. Now, lastly, very quickly, as we finish our cooking segment, ice cream. We just do want to talk about how to actually make that. You've got your frozen bananas, and this is what we featured in the beginning part of the show. What else goes in there very quickly?
Well, again, 2 to 3 bananas, extremely ripe as you can get. Chop it up before you freeze it. And then we're going to put in, of course, our ginger, the feature attraction. And we're just going to turn it on.
Okay.
And that's it.
And the great thing is when you have something cold, it also reduces your taste buds, and you tend not to smell things as much too. So anybody who's pregnant who has an issue with things that smell, you can get your ginger in, especially when it's cold.
Exactly.
So that looks beautiful. So blend away.
And it doesn't take very long at all.
Okay.
It's, we may have to move sometimes when it gets on the wall.
You just want to use, a little bit.
Just use a little spatula and that'll be fine. But,
beautiful. And the version that I made, I just tossed some cocoa in there, and that just gave it that chocolate type of
throw in some vanilla,
texture.
Throw in some berries.
Yeah, whatever you have in the house.
That's fine.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Andre. I know we've got the tea. That also would be another quick option for anybody to have an additional amount of ginger.
Take about the size of your thumb for ginger.
Yes.
Peel it off, chop it into thin slices, and boil it for about 15 to 20 minutes in 2 cups of water. And then there you are.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Andre. These recipes look like anyone in the family could enjoy them. I'm definitely going to get my blender out and be making them. So stay with us because we are coming up with lots more information, and we'll be back just shortly after the break. Don't also forget to get some blueberries in the house because our next show is about boosting the brain and the body, and we'll be working with our superfood blueberries. We're here today on Revive Life speaking about baby bump health for anyone expecting. Our next guest can help make the birthing process easier. We have Dr. Jada McLeod, a licensed naturopathic doctor, and doula, which is a childbirth assistant, and hypnobirthing practitioner, Lisa Keeley. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
I feel very honored because I know between the two of you, you have a wealth of knowledge. So for a woman who's pregnant, when should she be thinking about a doula?
As soon as possible, especially if she is wanting to interview a few different doulas. I always recommend, if one of my patients, for instance, says, I'm thinking about getting a doula, I just found out I'm pregnant. I recommend interviewing, at least 2 or 3 to get a feel, because really, the personality matters, whether you're, the energy's connected.
It's a very intimate moment, so you
is.
want to be connected with the people that are helping you through this process.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And help us understand, what role does a doula play for people who are not quite clear on that?
Yes, that's a question I get often,
Yeah.
especially from the partner.
Yes.
Because often the partner doesn't want to feel put aside
Right.
during the birth.
Yes.
So, the biggest role we play is as a support, especially for women who are more interested in having a natural birth. So I come to the birth as early as a woman would like me to be there, and I am there throughout the whole labor.
Wow.
And afterwards to help make sure that breastfeeding is established. And my role is non-medical. It's essentially just to support through the contractions, to be of service in any way. Sometimes I do food runs.
I think you're amazing. I'm listening to your voice and I'm just being hypnotized already. So I think you'd be fabulous at doing that.
Thank you.
Now, Lisa, you play a complementary role. I discovered hypnobirthing when I was pregnant, and it just made the world of difference to my birthing experience. Can you help our audience understand, what is hypnobirthing?
Well, hypnobirthing is, it's a little different than standard childbirth classes. It's really teaching the mom how to relax and giving her the techniques to release the fear to have an ideally natural birth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because really, honestly, most women are afraid. The way that the birthing process is depicted, it's depicted as women who are screaming,